Alrighty. Oh, we got that many, really. Just doing everything. Why not? Probably never going to use them, but I like the armor that I've got on. But it's always nice to have them.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Of course. Plague on Omega dealt with. Plenty of time to analyze collector intelligence. Impressive laboratory setup. Missed working for operations with a budget. AI in particular. Very helpful. Best setup I've seen since work with Special Tasks Group.
Is your assistant Daniel settling in all
Quite
right?
well. Safe and secure. Neighborhood mostly quiet with Plague gone. Left him the security mechs just in case. Can't be too careful. Also tired of mechs. Noisy. Never used them in STG.
It must have been frustrating working on Omega with such a limited facility.
No, loved it. Limited facility presents challenge. Save greatest number of people using limited resources. Security threats, gangs, mercenary groups add additional difficulty. Quite enjoyable. Plague stretched abilities to limit. Couldn't have asked for more. Also, enjoy. Saving people, of course. Helping the helpless, greater good, all that too. Nice. Retirement after STG work complete.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the Solarian Special Tasks Group.
Respected organization. Clandestine. Handles difficult assignments with limited oversight. Recon, analysis, occasional wet work. Identify problems, have neutralization options ready should need arise. Model for Council Spectres based on Special Tasks Group. Very similar.
Similar in what way?
Solarians lack brute strength, military prowess, have to rely upon stealth, intelligence. Agents trusted, given wide operative freedom. Spectres similar. Given goal, told to accomplish. Better, funded, of course. Didn't have to buy our own weapons.
You said you were in the Special Tasks Group. What kind of research were you doing?
Not simply research. Several recon missions. Covert, high risk, served under young captain named Kirahi. Studied Krogan genophage, took water, tissue samples from Krogan colonies.
I worked with an STG captain named Kirahi. His team helped me destroy Saren's cloning facility on Burmire.
Heard he was part of that. Jury-rigged explosive. Always got job done with limited resources. Good captain. Bit of a cloaca, though. Loved his speeches. Hold the line.
Hold the line!
And go home. Probably military bravado, jargon, chest pounding. No offense.
Why would STG study the genophage?
Krogan rebellion's bloody, dangerous, nearly as bad as Rachni attacks. All species evolve, adapt, mutate. If genophage weakens, need to be prepared.
What was the STG preparing to do?
Military schematics for likely Krogan population growth, political scenarios for attack points. Genophage reduced Krogan numbers. Species aggression unchecked, population explosion would be disastrous. STG helped check Krogan rebellions, needed to be ready to do the same. Simple recon, nothing to worry about.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Bioweapon designed by Solarian science team, deployed by Turians against Krogans to end Krogan rebellions more than 1,000 years ago. Affects every cell of Krogan body. Commonly and incorrectly considered a sterility plague. Actually adjusts viable fertility rates to compensate for high Krogan birth rate. Stabilizes to pre-industrial population growth levels.
Nice talking with you, Morden.
Should get back to work. Need to study. So much data. Here if you need me. Shepard, how can I help?
Any ideas on other ways to prepare for the collectors?
Ideas, yes. Expensive, but possibly valuable. Can show you.
Alrighty. Can speak to the team.
Commander, can I help you with something?
Any thoughts on how to prepare against the collectors?
They spec'd this ship to the original Normandy, but you were there. The collectors cut her like butter. This armor just isn't top of the line anymore. People will die if we don't upgrade. Alliance had some new toys in secret dev before I left. I could try and pull a few favors. Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm interested in getting to know you better.
Sounds good. Have to say you run this ship tight, and we're getting things done. We keep on track and maybe we'll figure this out. I hope so. I'm not looking forward to the debrief if it all goes to hell. Is there something specific? Or are you just checking in?
I heard you were big in the Alliance. Figured we have something in common.
I did some things that caught attention and stirred up the Citadel. That was after the Alliance put me on leave, though. Didn't drive a Mako through a relay or take down a Reaper, but you covered that.
What led you to Cerberus?
The Alliance sidelined me after Eden Prime. Ended up on a job with Miranda that Cerberus treated like an audition. And here I am.
What was your proudest career moment?
The job I'm proudest of wasn't for the Alliance. Nobody really knows about it. A Batarian group was plotting to release a weaponized virus and kill the Council. Miranda and I stopped it.
You make no apologies for doing what you had to. I admire that.
I couldn't go back to the Alliance, not after the cover-up. They did the same to you. General public never knew you were dead or heard the real story of the Citadel. Did you know they used you on recruitment ads? You were the human deal for like 6 months. Then they replaced you with a composite image guess you didn't focus test right. Perfect example of humanity, and they still dumped you.
I don't like it, but I can see benefit in keeping some things from the public.
Maybe. And Cerberus isn't exactly transparent either. Where's an honest soldier go, Shepard?
Right here?
I guess so. Glad I'm not in your chair, though. Gonna be a rough ride. I should get back to work. Good talking to you, Shepard.
Alright. From John Whitson. Hey Aria, you got me this address. I think I met you at Afterlife on Omega. You stopped me from joining up with those mechs who were trying to take out Archangel. Man, I was so pissed off at you. I got blind drunk that night, and it was a few days later before I got it together enough to check the news feeds and saw almost all the mechs had gotten killed by Archangel. I don't know who you are or if you got out of there alive. I ain't been there yet, but thanks. I felt really stupid when I heard about the body count and how I could have been part of it. I'll make the most of what you did for me. Okay, I haven't been there yet. From Chokwa. Amanda, I've done further investigation regarding your facial scarring and the old adage of mind over matter holds truth. Negative attitudes and aggressive acts create adverse reactions with your cybernetic implant, while peaceful thoughts and compassionate action promotes healing. If you maintain a positive outlook, I believe your facial scarring will heal on its own. Otherwise, there is a surgical equipment we could use to insulate your cybernetic implant. An accurate accelerate your healing regardless of your mental outlook. I've updated plans for the new medical equipment to your research terminal in your tech lab. Okay, great. Fun Sora, regarding to outstanding payments, Blue Sun mercenaries have taken over the facility of the Eldful Asland Energy Corporation on the planet. We are sending a clear message, says Solemn de Sura, head of the Intergalactic Mercenary and Supply Company. We do not turn a blind eye to enterprises defying the law of our planet. This kind of military takeover is common on Sora, where the mercenary groups have replaced the judicial authorities to a great extent. The estimated value of the seized facility has not been disclosed, but expert estimate is more than 1.2 billion credits. Okay. Experts witness were introduced today in the Systems Alliance trial of Ford. I swear I've read this. Yeah, I've read that. I know it's coming up again. From Morden. Saeed, heard many stories, experienced mercenaries, must have encountered interesting situations during your career, Saeed. You could say that, Doc. I've been in more firefights than I can count, and I've gotten the scars to prove it. Morden, intriguing. Can you share a memorable story, perhaps? Humorous anecdote? Well, there was this one time on a backwater planet. Had a job to take down a local warlord. Real nasty piece of work. His base was guarded by a pack of Farron. Morden. Farron? Dangerous. Aggressive. Can be difficult to handle. Saeed. That's what I thought too, so I came up with a plan. I snuck into the base and laced the Farron's food with a potent sedative. Morden. Clever. Encapsulate enemy. Encapsulate? Reduce risk. Efficient strategy. Saeed. Yeah, but it turns out I miscalculated the dosage. Instead of knocking them out, I turned them into the galaxy's most effective pack of Farron. Or affectionate. Sorry. Affectionate. Unexpected. Must have been an unusual experience. Saeed. Oh, it was. They were all over me, licking my face and wagging their tails like a bunch of overgrown puppies. It was ridiculous, but it did the job. The warlord's guards were too busy laughing to put up much of a fight. Morden. Ha. Ingenious. Unintentional, but effective. Distraction led to success. So, yeah, sometimes you have to roll with the punches, or in this case, a slobbering Farron. Morden. Indeed. Adaptability, important. Lesson learned. Enjoy the story. Say, thank you for sharing. Sorry, no problem, Doc. It's not every day you get to swap stories with a Solarian scientist. Rude.
Commander, you've received a new message. Morden's psych profile warned of hyper behavior, but he is like a hamster on coffee. He's going to be a very productive member of the team. Anyway, what's up?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Hadley, I heard about Ferris Fields.
Jake, have anything to say?
It's gone. They're all gone. But we'll get them back.
Shepard and Lawson are on it.
Commander,
I assume everything's going well up here?
we're just having an argument over personalization of my workspace.
Cerberus regulations are clear, Mr. Moreau. Personalization does not include grease on my bridge cameras.
It's just mad that all its footage of me looks like a dream sequence.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Alrighty. Gonna speak to Miranda.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'm just finishing an operation report. I'm impressed, Shepard. So far things have gone exceptionally well. As Cerberus operations go, this is one of the best I've been a part of.
Cerberus obviously has your loyalty. How did you get involved with them?
I suppose you've earned the right to know. Do you remember when I told you how I was genetically altered? Well, that wasn't my choice. My father created me. He's a very influential man and extremely controlling. He didn't want a daughter. He wanted a dynasty. I ran away as soon as I was old and brave enough. I went to Cerberus because I knew they could protect me.
You seem capable of defending yourself. Why did you need Cerberus?
My father invested a great deal in his dynasty. It wasn't a matter of just leaving. I knew he would continue to pursue his investments.
I assume that Cerberus approves of your enhanced abilities?
Of course. Cerberus fully endorses anything that advances the cause of humanity. Genetic alterations included. But unlike my father and his own selfish reasons, Cerberus and the Elusive Man believe in a greater good. They see the bigger picture, and I feel like I have a purpose here.
Who exactly is your father?
A businessman, but a very wealthy one. It's ironic, my father believed deeply in a human-positive agenda. He donated generously to Cerberus before I joined them. That's how I first heard about Cerberus, through my father's connections.
You've told me a lot about your father. What happened to your mother?
I never had one. Most of my genetic material is based on my father's tissue. His Y chromosome was altered with an amalgam of desired traits from various sources. How arrogant can you be? The man is completely egomaniacal. Just another reason I had to get away from him.
Talk about yourself like you're just a tool to be used. By your father, by Cerberus.
Maybe. I like to know where I fit in the world. It helps me find meaning in how I was created.
You are who you are, Miranda. You don't need to make excuses for it.
That's easy for you to say. We've both been engineered for greatness, Shepard. The difference is you were great before we rebuilt you. I'm great because of it.
Your spirit and personality are what make you great. It's what makes anyone great.
That's kind of you. I'm not sure I believe you, but thanks for saying it.
Thanks for your time, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Anytime, Commander. Commander, what can I do for you?
Have you got any ideas for potential upgrades we could make?
A few ideas, yeah. Here, take a look.
Okie dokie.
No messages for you, Commander.
Launching probe. For research projects, iridium is used to upgrade heavy weapons, submachine guns, and assault rifles. Probe launched. For research projects, platinum is used to upgrade sniper rifles, shotguns, and medical equipment.
Commencing probe launch.
Let's get these galaxies sorted.
Commander, probe deployment successful.
Probe away. Probe away. For research projects, palladium is used to upgrade heavy pistols, armor, and cybernetics.
Alright.
Probe away. Probe launched.
Initiating probe sequence.
Hmm.
Unexpected data signature identified.
General distress.
Initiating probe launch, Commander.
Scans have found something.
Four points. Well. I gave you a Lotus.
Understood.
Done.
Should do the trick. Trouble ahead. Hit!
Overload deployed.
Flammable or inflammable. Forget which. Up down.
Now let's finish you off. Overload deployed.
Okay. Clips targeted Agent Rollins some time ago. We know Rollins is connected to the encrypted data we acquired. The data could conclusively proved Cerberus' involvement in Rachni experiments. We believe Rollins possesses a cipher that can be used to decrypt the data. Without the cipher, the data could take years for Eclipse to decode. Agent Rollins proved difficult to capture, having insinuated himself on a ship bound for the Atacan Traverse. He had won over the loyalty of the ship's crew, who believes him to be a human dignitary on a mission of discovery. Our own agents managed to disable the ship and hobble its defense long enough to extract Agent Rollins. We lost a lot of men to obtain this asset. This data had better be worth the expense. The interrogation has failed. Despite some of the most advanced interrogation techniques, Agent Rollins managed to evade our questions. When we applied more invasive methods, he proved resistant to those as well. Eventually, Agent Rollins' resistance caused Tempest to flare. We consider it unfortunate that Agent Rollins did not live to pass on the cipher. We have men working to decrypt the cipher, the encryption now. As long as we control this data, its mere existence remains a powerful tool against Cerberus. Okay, cool.
Let's do it. Just the thing to help. Burn through any armor.
Okay. Interesting. Not that I really need it, but I like to get it.
This computer contains the encrypted intelligence extracted from the captured Cerberus agent. The information could adversely affect Cerberus if it were ever circulated publicly. Data received.
Fair enough. Kept it for ourselves.
Probe away.
Activating probe launch sequence. Anomalous findings have come to my attention, Commander. Probe away, Commander.
Have they really?
Nothing on our sensors.
Just ignore that.
Probe away.
Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe launched.
Alright. Should be 100% now, yep. Let's go and recruit Garrus. Back to Omega.
Judging by the
Go and get Archangel.
the plague has been completely eradicated. Dr. Solis's assistant has been helping any patients with complications.
Excellent. Knew he could do it.
I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting...
I'm on the mission.
I hope you're ready. Archangel's been annihilating you freelancers.
Ready when
I was
you are.
born ready.
Get in. It's about time they sent me someone who looks like they can actually fight. They tell you what we're up against?
The recruiter was a little vague.
We wouldn't get many hires if everyone knew the truth. Archangel's holed up in a building at the end of the boulevard over there. He's got superior position, and the only way in is over a very exposed bridge. It's a killing ground, but he's getting tired, making mistakes. We'll have him soon enough.
I'll get to him. Just point me at that bridge.
I like your attitude, but we've got a plan in place. You'll be on a distraction team. Head straight over the bridge and keep Archangel busy so the infiltration team can sneak in behind him.
That's goddamn suicide.
Pretty much, but you look like you can handle it. Head up to the boulevard and get to the third barricade. Talk to Sergeant Katka. He'll tell you when to go in.
So the bridge is the only way to his hideout?
Exactly. Archangel collapsed all the underground passageways and sealed the doors to the lower levels. We've got teams digging, but it's taking too long. If they can get the gunship flying again, that'll help. But I'm hoping the infiltration team will finish the job and we can all go home.
They were using a gunship to take out one guy?
Yeah, and Archangel shut it down. He didn't destroy it, but he knew just where to hit it to disable it. It wasn't even a fair fight. At least not for us.
Where's the infiltration team now?
On the far side of the bridge near his hideout, but they can't get any closer without being seen.
How'd they get that close without being seen?
More distractions. Tarek used a gunship to keep Archangel busy. We were able to sneak a few men into his hideout before he took it down, but they're stuck there. We need to keep Archangel focused on the bridge, so he doesn't find them and wipe them out.
Fair enough.
What do you know about Archangel?
I'm the wrong guy to ask. I just do logistics. Tarek and the other merc bosses have been dealing with him for a while now. But don't be surprised if they're not thrilled about talking to a freelancer.
I better go find Sergeant Katka.
Good idea. Watch yourself on the boulevard. Archangel's killed dozens out there already.
Fair enough.
In's gonna be easy. Out's gonna be a bitch.
Let's worry about finding him first.
Shepard, I've scanned the area, but I am unable to plot any other paths to Archangel.
Guess we're going with the Mercs.
The heavy mechs and gunship possess considerable firepower. Weakening them before leaving will improve your chances.
Sounds like a plan.
Do you need something?
You lead the Eclipse?
You figure that out by yourself? I'm Jareth. I run Omega's Eclipse. What do you need, freelancer?
So the infiltration team is the main focus of the attack.
Tarek's plan, not mine. He doesn't want to lose any more men, so he's throwing you freelancers at the problem. Archangel's not going anywhere, so I suppose there's no harm in trying. Who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky.
So you're just gonna hide here while the freelancers get killed?
Precisely. You're paid to be a distraction, nothing more. Whether you survive or not is up to you.
Why are Eclipse on Omega in the first place?
Since you care so much, Eclipse controls almost 20% of Omega. Our transports and mechs keep the EZO moving.
Sounds very organized.
Eclipse runs like a well-oiled machine, but Omega is anything but organized. It's a constant battle for control. Then Archangel comes along and complicates things even more.
Why does Archangel give you so much trouble?
Ask him. I'm just here to make as much money as I can. We didn't come to Omega to be constrained by laws and regulations. He'll regret ever coming to Omega, I promise you.
Seems like this is personal for you.
He raided one of my transports last month, killed 2 of my best operatives. One of them was my brother, so yes, it's pretty damn personal.
Damn.
I'll get going.
Good idea.
Tarek, I've spoken to Gorm, and he and his men are on board. Assuming this operation is successful, we can count on high morale and extensive buy-in from the men. From the losses we've already taken, possible exist that we won't have the men needed to continue on to the next objective. It's clear, though, that none of our organisations will be ready to move on Aria without the assistance of the other 2. Interesting.
That should slow them down.
Nice. Anyone who activates that thing will get blown the hell up. Friend.
You're in the wrong place, freelancer.
You the Blood Pack leader?
Name's Garm. That's all you need to know. I'm stuck here waiting till you freelancers are done playing war. Ask your questions and go.
When did the Blood Pack attack?
Damn Tarek wants us to wait. I hate waiting. But he says the Suns have a plan, and they don't want us getting in their way. We're supposed to wait until the Eclipse send their mechs. We'll see.
Why are the Blood Pack on Omega?
We're the muscle on this bloody station. You need protection or want someone removed, talk to us. The Blood Pack are everywhere on Omega. Everybody loves us, and everybody hates us.
I'm guessing Archangel mostly just hates you.
He's just an uptight asshole. I don't really care what he thinks. But he's costing me men and making me work for my money. I'll be the one to take him out today. You watch. I'm the only one who's fought him one-on-one.
Really?
What do you know about Archangel?
He's a pain in the ass. He's a Turian, which makes him slightly worse to look at than you. And he's brave, till he realizes you're more than he bargained for.
Sounds like you've had personal experience.
He tried to take me down once. Waited till I was alone. Longest damn fight of my life. But I held him off till my men showed up. He wasn't so tough after that. We chased him over half of Omega. Almost had him. But the slippery bastard snuck away before we could
Fair
get
enough.
him down.
I should get going.
About time.
Alright. He's dead.